You know, I get a lot of hate from a certain kind of Jew, the kind who uses their own identity to tear down their own people. If you're using the fact that you're Jewish to speak out against Israel, the one Jewish nation we have, just to blend in, to feel safer, to gain approval from other people, then other Jews like me are going to take issue with that. Not because we hate you, but because we see exactly what you're doing. You think that by criticizing Israel or disowning Zionism, you'll be spared, that if you distance yourself from Israel loudly enough or publicly enough, you'll be left alone, that the mob will skip you, that you'll earn points with people who see Jewish erasure as moral progress. Bullshit. That's not safety. That's fantasy. And I say it with empathy, not with anger. For some Jews who aren't connected to their identity, and there are many of them, or have been raised to believe Israel is the problem, it can feel easier to stay silent or worse still to join the pylon. I get it. Being visibly Jewish right now is hard. We're surrounded by hate and ignorance and there's pressure. But anti-Zionist Jew isn't an identity, it's a contradiction. Zionism isn't a political brand, it's survival. It's the movement that brought the Jewish people home to where we've always belonged, to where we've always been. It's the reason we're no longer just guests in other people's countries, praying that they'll be kind to us. But don't get me wrong, standing with your people doesn't mean blindly agreeing with everything Israel does. Of course not. Whatever government is in power, we argue loudly. Millions of us do. That's what a democracy is. But standing with your people means knowing this. We're still a tiny minority in a world that in many corners would rather we not exist at all. There are around 16 million Jews in the world. That's it. There are around 2 billion Muslims, something like that. And even if just 15% of them embrace an anti-Zionist narrative, and it's much more than that as we know, you're talking about hundreds of millions of people aligned against the idea of Jewish sovereignty right here. So when you, as a Jew, help fuel that fire, you are handing ammo to our haters. I don't think you're a fake Jew. I think you're a lost Jew. And I don't say that with scorn or malice. I say it with sadness, because we've seen this before. Jews who thought that if they distanced themselves from their own people, they'd be spared the fate the world has handed to us again and again. So when we push back, when we call it out, it's not hate, it's heartbreak and it's urgency. It's knowing what happens when too many of us choose to sit this one out. Because if you think that disavowing Zionism will protect you when they come for the Jews, you haven't been paying attention. Only a strong Jewish state and a strong Jewish people keeps us safe, yourself included. You don't have to like it, but you should understand it. We're rebels. We're the ones who are outnumbered. We're rebels, but the good kind. And being a Jew, it's not always easy. But to me, it is forever in fashion.